My name is Wendy Davis, and I am a senator in the state of Texas representing District 10.
Spotlight Wendy Davis, the single mom state senator from Texas, rocketed into America's conversation this week.
Senator Wendy Davis has a wonderful biography.
But did you think you could stop it by this filibuster, or did you just simply want to make a very powerful statement?
State Senator Wendy Davis joins me now from Texas. She made a big splash this week.
And she's so spirited. You know, she has such energy and she seems to have such commitment.
We saw the national media chime in. We saw social media jump in. The Obamas were tweeting about it. Hollywood movie stars were tweeting about it.
But few outside Texas knew of her until last week when she became an overnight sensation.
The issue at hand, banning abortions after 20 weeks, is actually not as divisive, frankly, as other parts of the abortion debate. You look at some recent polling, which I can put up on the screen, indicating even among women, there's 50% support for a 20-week abortion ban.
Right now, that ban, of course, is being talked about because of the idea of fetal pain. And at the constitutional level, what we, of course, have assured is that women have the ability to make these reproductive decisions up to the point of viability.
He had a process that he referred to as snipping, that the children would be born alive and that they would then take scissors and place them at the base of the skull and snip or sever the spinal cord of those children that were born alive.
This is a very, very painful thing. And some of these babies did not die immediately.
I think the thing that's most repugnant to the constitutional is this idea of intruding upon a woman's liberty and that protected right to make that difficult decision. Imagine, or maybe you can't, how a woman feels to be told that her feelings on these issues, that no matter how difficult, no matter the circumstance that she's dealing with, if she can't fit into every one of these little square pegs, she is not going to be able to exercise her constitutional right. And what's so disturbing is that we don't seem to care.
I'm like 23 weeks, so like that's
about 6 months.
okay.
Yeah,
so I mean, is it like pretty big? Like, do you know how big it is? Like,
it's 6 months. It's fully grown.
It's fully grown?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's really exposed their hypocrisy because they truly can't defend this bill based on improving women's health care. It's going to put women back into the back alley that she once was in.
He had seen young girls and women who had gone to the clinic come back with venereal diseases. Dr. Gosnell was reusing the instruments. The bloody instruments were being inserted from one woman to the next. And therefore, the possibility of infection was uncontrollable.
I think it was so important for us to stand up, and I want to make sure and say that my Senate Democratic caucus was each of us were willing to do this, and I was proud to be the person selected because I'm a woman and a mother of 2 daughters. But the important thing that happened here was we were giving voice to thousands and thousands of women across the state of Texas who felt that they'd been cut off from this dialogue.
When he did an abortion, especially over 20-week abortion, most of the time the fetus would come completely out before he either cut the spinal cord or he introduced one of the instruments into the soft spot of the fetus in order to kill the fetus. Either that or twisting the head off the neck.
Why did he decide to wear your running shoes? And let's take a look at those. They've kind of been rocketing around the internet as
gained a fame all their own.
Wow.
At the last minute I was running out of my apartment, I thought maybe I might need something with a little more support. So I grabbed these on the way out the door. These are actually my running shoes.
Will you filibuster again? Do you still have those sneakers ready to go?
I still have my sneakers with me.
But it seems to me, and I think it seems to many Americans, that what she is speaking for and standing for is something we would recognize as infanticide, late-term abortion, the taking of a little child's life. That is really, really serious. And so part of me thinks that she's a fabulous young woman, and part of me thinks, oh my goodness, we're celebrating something that even in Europe they call a matter of brutality and barbarism.